Hey New York, do you know how many skyscrapers are in Manhattan? Not that many, just 319 buildings if we only count those taller than 150 meters or 500 feet. Many of their names are known around the world. Why? Because of the movies, of course. But when you walk around the city, you often don't see any signs on the buildings, but you perfectly know their names. Legendary landmarks like the Flatiron Building, Chrysler Building, and Empire State Building have stood here for nearly a century and become true symbols of New York. They don't need giant signs, people recognize them even from the sky. So why do some buildings proudly display their names, like Trump Tower or the MetLife Building, while others don't? Let's find out. First, New York's strict zoning laws regulate what kind of signage buildings can have. On one side of the street, it might be allowed, right across, it's prohibited. Luxury skyscrapers like 432 Park Avenue aren't allowed to have giant signs. And honestly, that probably wasn't even part of the design. Now take one Vanderbilt building, a sleek, beautifully located office tower. It could legally have a huge sign visible from all over the city, but they chose not to. Guess why? Because the building's silhouette, its lit up rooftop and recognizable shape make a logo unnecessary. So, yes, zoning and advertising regulations are the first reason. The second, safety and architectural design, especially because of wind load at great heights. Every 5 years, buildings must pass a facade inspection to check for anything that might fall off. Inspections cost money, and so does maintenance for large signage, so the question becomes, why pay more? Let's get back to names. Many skyscrapers do have names, but owners and investors often can't agree on what to call them. High-end buildings usually promote their address, not a name, because that adds prestige. This is one of my favorite stories about New York skyscrapers. This was home to the legendary Steinway & Sons showroom where the world's finest pianos were sold. Today, it's the site of the world's thinnest residential skyscraper. But here's the twist. It's not officially called Steinway Tower like before. Instead, it goes by 111 West 57th Street. From music to modern luxury, a name and a building that made history. Some historic buildings like the Flatiron or Chrysler never had rooftop signs because they became famous through architecture and movies, not branding. Films like King Kong, Sex and the City, Home Alone, and Friends shows made them icons without any logos. Now, a question for my clients and future homeowners. Would you rename a skyscraper if you owned one? Like Bobby Axelrod did in the show Billions? Is that even possible? Donald Trump does it all the time. He buys properties and rebrands them as Trump Tower. Technically, yes, it's possible. If you have enough money, you'll find the opportunity, but it's not that easy. You'll need to find a building for sale, and that's not many. Maybe just 2 or 3 that fit your needs. Then you need to buy the whole property, get control over all shareholder rights, and ideally buy the land beneath the building and even air rights above it. Yes, that's a thing. You also need to follow zoning laws. Check if the building is a protected landmark and, very important, get approval from tenants. Sounds surprising, right? Imagine a major tenant renting several floors, your biggest source of income, and they don't like your last name glowing over the city. You'll need their support, and that's why you don't see name changes often in New York.
My dear friends, thank you so much for watching this video to the end. My name is Vitaly Sokolov. I am a real estate agent in this beautiful city, and I do videos about New York City real estate market, but moreover, history, architecture, style, design, interesting people. So I invite you, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below how you like this video content and what you would like to see in the future, because every week I will do something interesting, and our friendship, which is started today, will be forever. I wish you 10 years of good luck. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Bye.